Before he was one of the most polarizing political figures in modern history, Donald Trump was already a household name not for laws or leadership, but for luxury, drama, and a Hollywood-style life few could match. While the world may know him as the 45th President of the United States, today we're rediving deep into a side of Trump most people either forget or never even knew existed. This is Donald Trump, the celebrity, the man behind the magazine covers, reality TV fame, and A-list parties. Get ready, because we're about to reveal some of the wildest, weird, and most unexpected secrets from Trump's celebrity life that will change how you see him forever. Before stepping into the political arena, Trump was practically a brand in human form. His name was stamped on everything: skyscrapers, steaks, bottled water, vodka, casinos, board games, and even cologne. But the real beginning of Trump's celebrity era started in the 1980s, when New York was his kingdom. He wasn't just a real estate developer, he was a media magnet. Paparazzi followed him like he was a rock star. Tabloids devoured every detail of his divorces, affairs, and business drama. It wasn't just about money. For Trump, it was about being seen, heard, and recognized. He craved the spotlight, and the spotlight loved him back. Long before social media influencers understood branding, Donald Trump was a master of image manipulation. He even used to call news outlets pretending to be a publicist named John Barron, leaking flattering stories about himself. Yes, you heard that right. Trump once faked being his own PR agent to hype himself up in gossip columns. This wasn't just ambition, it was performance art. It was a kind of calculated self-promotion that feels eerily familiar today. And of course, there was The Apprentice, the show that transformed Trump from a wealthy New York figure into a global television icon. Premiering in 2004, The Apprentice wasn't just another reality TV show. It was a launchpad that rebranded Trump as the ultimate businessman, a no-nonsense dealmaker with the power to make or break futures with a single phrase. "You're refired." Millions tuned in, not just to see business challenges, but to watch Trump's larger-than-life personality in action. What people didn't see, the polished boardroom scenes were often edited to amplify his dominance. Producers have since revealed that a lot of Trump's lines were heavily scripted or reshot to make him seem more decisive and in control. The character of Donald Trump was a product one designed to sell power, confidence, and alpha energy. He was known for rubbing shoulders with Hollywood A-listers, models, and musicians. At one point, he even had friendships with people like Oprah, the Clintons, and Snoop Dogg. That's right, there was a time when Donald Trump was welcomed at the same red carpets as Jay-Z and Leonardo DiCaprio. He even made cameo appearances in films and TV shows like Home Alone 2, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Sex and the City. For nearly 2 decades, Trump owned the Miss Universe organization, which included Miss USA and Miss Teen USA, while the pageants gave him another media platform. They also became surrounded in controversy, with former contestants later revealing bizarre behind-the-scenes moments. Still, owning a global beauty franchise only added to his image as a rich, jet-setting mogul. He'd walk into rooms, flanked by models, make bold statements, and flash that signature grin like he was starring in a movie where he played himself. Here's something even more surprising. Trump flirted with the idea of running for president long before 2016. He publicly hinted at it in the late 80s, even appearing on talk shows, saying he'd consider it if the country ever needed him. But those early teases were often interpreted as PR stunts. Few people took them seriously. After all, he was the guy who called into Howard Stern's show to rank women's looks. The idea of Trump in the White House felt like a punchline until it wasn't. But perhaps the wildest secret about Trump's celebrity persona is how deeply strategic it all was. He understood that controversy sells. He knew that being talked about in outrage was better than being ignored. From outrageous tweets to headline-grabbing feuds with Rosie O'Donnell or Mark Cuban, Trump built a reputation as a man who never backed down, never apologized, and never stopped talking. That made him unpredictable, sure, but also incredibly watchable. And in the world of celebrity, being watchable is the ultimate currency. Behind the bravado, though, there are moments that reveal a more complex figure. Trump's obsession with public image meant he often read every article written about him, sometimes calling editors personally to complain or compliment them. He was deeply invested in how people perceived him, not just as a businessman, but as a larger-than-life persona. Even his famous hair has a story. Multiple stylists and insiders have spilled the beans on the meticulous styling process, involving special brushes, sprays, and even scalp treatments. For Trump, everything was about controlling his image, his narrative, and his legacy. What's undeniable is this: Donald Trump didn't stumble into fame. He engineered it. He studied the media game like a general studies war. He understood what made headlines, what made people talk, and how to stay relevant. Whether you admire him, loathe him, or just can't look away, there's no denying his impact on celebrity culture. In many ways, Trump was the prototype for the influencer era, living large, staying controversial, and always staying in front of the camera. So the next time you hear someone say Trump is just a politician, remember, Long before politics, he was a brand, a TV star, a master of the tabloid tango. And that version of Donald Trump, the celebrity mastermind, is the one that truly changed the game. Love him or hate him, you've never seen him quite like this.